Dear Cancerians, today I want you to nestle in my heart and feel that every word that reaches you is a breath of truth, affection, and wisdom. The energy surrounding your day comes from the Seven of Wands, a card that speaks of resilience, bravery, and the need to stand your ground in the face of challenges. It is as if life is asking you to lift your head and defend what you believe in, even if some people try to divert you from your path. The Seven of Wands places you at the center of a struggle, but not as a victim, rather as someone who carries within the strength necessary to rise up and say, "I will not give up." This energy brings both pressure and the opportunity to show your light. I am Aisha Tarolyne, your tarot reader here on the Tarolyne channel, and with much love, I come every day at 6 p.m. to deliver the energies of the tarot for your upcoming day. It is a blessing to be here and share this space with you. The color of your day is moss green, which brings firmness and balance in the face of battles. The aroma that vibrates for you is rosemary, which opens paths, clears the mind, and strengthens the spirit. And the lucky numbers that will accompany you tomorrow are 4, 9, 17, 21, and 32. In the energy of compatibilities, the Seven of Wands indicates that you will find support and connection with fire signs like Aries and Leo, who will warm your confidence. The sign that may bring challenges is Capricorn, which may demand more from you than you would like. No love if you are in a relationship. The Wheel of Fortune alongside the Four of Wands shows intense movements. The wheel brings inevitable changes as if the winds are blowing for something to break the monotony. The Four of Wands in turn speaks of joy and stability, but when combined with the Wheel of Fortune, it conveys the message that this joy may come after a turning point. It may be that you and your loved one go through a misunderstanding that seems to shake the foundations, but soon afterward you discover a special reason to celebrate. Imagine an argument at the beginning of the day, but by the end of the afternoon an unexpected invitation, a surprise that changes the atmosphere and rekindles the spark between you. It could also be that life brings external news, such as a move, a trip, or even an unexpected decision that shakes up the routine but ultimately strengthens the bond. For married couples, the Ten of Cups with the Eight of Swords brings a delicate tone. There is a desire for emotional fulfillment, for a united and happy family, but the Eight of Swords shows invisible bonds, fears, and limitations that may be imposed by external thoughts or situations. It is as if one of you is trapped in obligations, demands, and worries that suffocate the lightness of home. It could be overwork, debt, or even interference from external family. This scenario requires a deep dialogue because even with the weight, the Ten of Cups guarantees that love and the willingness to be together are greater than the bonds. It is a day to look at each other sincerely, recognize what suffocates, and seek solutions hand in hand. If you are single, the Six of Cups with the Hanged Man brings memories of the past knocking at your door. Perhaps someone with whom you already had a story reappears, bringing back memories, conversations, and even proposals for reunion. But the Hanged Man advises caution because that return may not bring exactly what you expect. It could be an ex who appears as if they want nothing, but still lacks clarity about what they feel. It could also be you remembering someone too much, and that nostalgia trapping you in thoughts that prevent you from looking forward. The message is, honor what you have already experienced, but do not let it paralyze you. Tomorrow opens space for new connections, but it is necessary to let go of what still ties you to old stories. Our love triangles, the Four of Cups alongside Justice, bring a clear warning. The Four speaks of boredom, apathy, of someone who no longer feels happy in that position. And Justice lays the cards on the table, demanding clarity and decisions. This shows that tomorrow a serious conversation may arise, a demand or even a revelation that brings the story out of the shadows and into the light of truth. Someone may grow tired of waiting, or a question may arise that forces decisions. Here, the lesson is to face feelings head-on, without fleeing from the responsibility one has towards others and oneself. For those who are separated, fighting, or distant, the Five of Cups with the Eight of Cups bring the weight of farewell and pain, but also the beginning of a healing process. The Five of Cups shows sadness for what has been lost, tears still fresh, a heavy heart. But the Eight of Cups speaks of the courage to move forward, to get up and head towards something that gives meaning again. Tomorrow can be a day when nostalgia grips you, when you remember the good things left behind, but it can also be the start of a cycle in which you choose to look ahead, no matter how difficult it seems. This energy invites you to acknowledge the pain, but also to let your heart open to a new horizon. At work, for those who are employed, the Two of Pentacles with the Ten of Swords shows instability and possible closures. The two brings the need to balance tasks, finances, and responsibilities, as if you are juggling to handle everything. And the Ten of Swords speaks of something coming to an end, of a phase that closes in a somewhat painful way. It could be the termination of a contract, the closing of a project, or even the perception that you can no longer continue insisting on a way of working that no longer suits you. But the important thing here is to remember that every ending opens space for new beginnings that are more aligned. For the unemployed, the Eight of Pentacles with the Knight of Cups brings hope and movement. The Eight shows dedication, effort, and the pursuit of perfecting skills. And the Knight of Cups arrives as the opportunity that comes through someone, a proposal, a contact, an interview that appears even unexpectedly. Tomorrow could be a day when you dedicate yourself to sending resumes, studying something new, or even accepting an opportunity that didn't seem significant but opens doors to the future. In health, the Three of Wands together with the Magician speaks of powerful initiatives. The Three shows planning, future vision, and the Magician brings resources, skills, and action. This indicates that tomorrow is an excellent day to start treatment, seek a doctor, begin physical activity, or even change eating habits. It's as if the universe is saying, you have the power to change your vitality in your hands. You just need to take the first step. If there was any doubt about starting something new, this is the missing sign. In money, the Five of Pentacles with the Nine of Cups brings two contrasting energies. The Five shows difficulties, financial worries, the feeling of going through a tighter phase. But the Nine of Cups is the card of satisfaction, achievement, and fulfillment. This shows that although there are difficulties, there is also an opportunity to feel rewarded for something you did. It could be a debt that begins to be paid, an unexpected payment, or even the feeling of relief from being able to manage better. It is the day to balance hope and caution. In the family, the Ten of Wands alongside the Page of Coins brings the burden of family responsibilities, but also the presence of a new cycle. The 10 indicates that you might be feeling overwhelmed, taking care of everything and everyone. The Page brings new energy, someone younger, or a novelty that adds freshness to the environment. It could be a child bringing joy, a younger relative sharing an achievement, or even a new family project that sparks hope. In friendships, the Six of Swords together with the Ace of Cups speaks of new beginnings. You may be distancing yourself from some friends, leaving behind situations that no longer fit, but at the same time receiving new connections, new bonds that emerge with much affection. Tomorrow is a day when you might feel that you are closing a cycle with certain people, but also opening yourself to bonds that bring genuine affection. In social life, the Sun with the Page of Swords brings vitality and discoveries. The Sun illuminates, brings joy, meetings, moments of happiness. The Page brings curiosity, conversations, exchange of information. This shows that tomorrow could be a day when you leave home, meet people, receive invitations, and even discover something important that changes your perception. It is a day of human warmth and expansion, and as advice, the Five of Swords reminds you that you should choose your battles. It is not always worth spending energy to prove you are right or to win arguments that only cause wear and tear. Sometimes the act of greatest wisdom is to withdraw in silence. Save your energy for what truly matters and let time show who was right. My dear Cancer, tomorrow the universe asks you for courage, resilience, and clarity about where to put your energy. The Seven of Wands gives you the strength to stand firm, but also teaches you that you don't need to fight all battles alone. Remember that you are not alone, that there is a path of light ahead of you, and that every challenge is also a step for your growth. I will be here again tomorrow, bringing new energies and advice for your heart. Take care, comment on how you are, like this video.